Hey guys, Caleb with White Metal Games here. Today's studio update are these 3 high-end Centerpiece models for various clients that we have in-house at the moment. We figured we'd just lump them all in together and kind of give you a sort of a showcase opportunity to show you some of our higher-end projects, display projects. So we'll just move across the board from left to right. So first up, this is Brow Slave Lord. Brow is a old Ogre Kingdoms model, now classified as an Ogre, I think, under the new rules. So he's a pewter model on a cavalry or chariot base. This is a 50 by 100 millimeter base, a scenic base with cork elements and blending with scenic ballast material. He's leading a coterie of 3 different slaves, well, 2 slaves and 1 grot on the backside that has like a zombie kind of strap to it. So he's just a fascinating looking model. I'm not for sure in game what you'd count him as, but this particular player is actually not a player at all. He's a collector, so he's just adding them to his personal collection. These kind of older character models are getting harder and harder to find, which means the opportunity to work on them is just getting rarer and rarer, and we were really pleased to work on this gold level model to a pro painted standard. Second up is this, I guess you could call him Skaven Lord. We've been calling him a Skaven Lord Oni, because he's based on an Oni from Japanese folklore as a monster. The client, in this case, plans to count him as a bloodthirster in his Skaven-themed demon army. So we added these massive Tyranid hive tyrant wings up top there, which give it sort of this bat-like appearance. And then because he's counting them as a bloodthirster, we worked in all sorts of corn elements. So you can see his tails have been replaced with these 2 corn whips. His sword, if you can look closely there, is actually the handle from a bloodthirster's whip that is using to draw the blade out. And then he's got sort of a vambrace there on his left wrist, facing you now. That's from a corn bloodthirster as well. And then up here, up top, he's got kind of a corn piece in his hair there, sort of holding it back as it's kind of, I guess, a Japanese hair tie maybe, or something like that. We did a scenic base for this guy, so it's kind of a Japanese garden with pink and blue elements there in the bronze statue, the foo dog. Or the Food Dragon, or whatever it is. So I'm a huge fan of this model. We basically took a Vermin Lord and we modified it with bits from various action figures, including McFarlane's Spawn, gave it these custom twin katanas, and just really kind of had some fun with it. This is an Electrum level model, so not top of the line, but certainly for a newer client, this is a nice centerpiece for his budding collection. Finally, over here on the far right, we've got this Tau Commander. Now this is what we're calling environmental painting. In this case, the client wanted it to look like, basically he wanted it to look more like this guy was coming out of a storm. So essentially the model is black and blue kind of in the back with different various darker colors to show that he's coming out of this storm cloud. And then on the front side, the light is hitting him, and you've got a nice focused OSL effect here that kind of bleeds down into the base. With various levels of saturation depending on which reflective panel you're looking at. And then we've got these ripples of electricity kind of crackling across his armor to show the lightning. I was a huge fan of this model. It's actually the start of a bigger collection. The client in this case is looking to book out pieces of a Tau army slowly. And there's a small gun drone over here to accompany this guy in battle. So we're going to be doing an ethereal for this army as well, plus a storm surge in the coming month. And then after that, we'll see what else we have in store. So these kind of high-level models like that are definitely the kind of thing we love to work on here at White Metal Games. If you have a display piece or a centerpiece that you'd like added to your collection, you don't have to book out a whole army. You can just book out one particular model. And, in most cases, it will come in. You can spend a little bit more money on that model than you would on a whole army, and that will also really satisfy you in game because you'll have a nice centerpiece for your collection. Okay, well, if you'd like to contact us, you are more than welcome to email us at info@whitemetalgames.com. Have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and until next time, put your minis where your mouth is.